You've used AI, you've maybe even built with it. But here's a question that almost nobody can answer. What actually happens inside these models? No, it's not statistics and it's not just another black box. The real answer, it's the architecture. Hey, this is me, Richard Abhishek, and welcome to my channel Architectura AI. By the end of this video, you'll have one mental picture that explains every AI model ever built, from a line on a graph to GPT-4. And once you have it, every confusing AI term you've ever heard suddenly has a place to live in your life. So let's get first things out of the way because it trips up almost everyone. AI, machine learning, deep learning. People use these terms like they're the same thing, but we all know they're not. They're nested one inside another. Artificial intelligence is a big outer circle. The goal is to make machines do things that seem intelligent. A chess engine from the 1990s counts. It never really learned anything. A human wrote every single rule. Then comes machine learning. This is the circle inside AI. Instead of writing these rules by hand, you let the machines find various patterns from the data. A spam filter that figures out what junk mail looks like. That's machine learning. And then comes deep learning. This is the smallest circle inside machine learning. It's basically machine learning using stacked layers. We have neural networks, GPT-4, image generators, voice models. Almost everything you can think of as AI today lives in this small inner circle. So here's the one liner. Deep learning is inside machine learning, inside AI. It's like a Russian nesting doll. Now, the part that actually matters, because underneath all these names, almost every one of the systems run the same loop. And here it is. You start with the data, you pick a model, basically any function with various knobs or parameters that you can turn. The model makes a certain prediction. You can check how wrong that prediction was, and you use that error to turn the knobs a little bit. Then you do it again and again and then again until you've done it millions of times. And that's it. Predict, check, adjust. That single loop is how everything from tiny piece predictor to the largest language model on earth gets trained. So let me make it concrete. Say you're predicting house prices. You input some square foot or maybe location, the number of rooms. The model guesses a certain price and you compare the guess of what the house actually sold for. That gap is your error. And you turn the knobs to make the next guess closer. Scale that exact same loop again and again, and you get GPT-4. It's nothing new, it's just the same loop running on an unimaginable amount of data. When someone says GPT-4 has trillions of parameters, well, I mean, what exactly is a parameter? It's just a number, and that's the whole secret. Inside any AI model is a giant pile of numbers called weights. A weight decides how much one input matters over the other. Big weights have bigger influence, and smaller weights, the model ignores it basically. Training a model means one thing, basically finding the right numbers. A model starts with random numbers and makes garbage predictions. Then it checks how wrong it was and shifts every number a tiny bit in the direction that reduces that error. Do that like about a few billion times across various amounts of huge piles of data, and then those random numbers slowly turn into a model that can write code or recognize cat or even hold a conversation. So when you hear 7 billion parameters, don't picture a brain. Picture just 7 million various dials, all tuned by trial and error until the output stops being wrong. The intelligence isn't just any single number, it's how all of them were tuned together. Okay, so the model is like a pile of numbers. Okay, I get it. But how are those numbers organized? This is where layers and activations come in, and they're simpler than they sound. A layer takes your numbers in, multiplies them by various weights and biases, and then passes the result forward. Stack a few layers, and each one builds on the last. The first layer might, catch simple stuff like edges in an image, basic word patterns. The next one can combine them into various shapes or phrases, and then you go on, and finally those things turns into objects and ideas or even thoughts. Think of it like series of various filters. Each one is dumb on its own, but when they are combined together, they get really sophisticated. But there's one ingredient that you can never miss. It's the activation function. If every layer is just multiplied and added and multiplied and added, stacking 1,000 of them would still give you one big straight line. No matter how deep, the model can only learn straight line relationships, which is useless for anything real. So between layers, we add a tiny non-linear step. The most common one is a rectified linear unit, which does something almost insultingly simple. If a number is negative, it makes it zero. If it is positive, just leave it. That one small little bend in the line is what lets networks curve, twist, and the model genuinely understand and spew out complex things. So that's the inside. Layer stacking, transformations, activations, adding the bends, and weights turning the whole thing. Now let me connect the final dot because this is a shift that makes everything click. Linear regression, which is a line through some dots, some points on the graph, and GPT-4 are not different species. They are like the same idea at different scale. Linear regression is like, handful of weights, one simple function. Then you have neural network, which is more weights, more layers, and a bit richer in function. Then you have transformers and large language models, which are still layers. They're still weights. They're still that same trailing loop, but with clever wiring, like attention that handles sequences efficiently and scale to hundreds of billions of parameters. That word scaling is most of modern AI. More data, bigger models, more compute, smarter architectures to use that compute well. But the skeleton, the background of things, the back end of things, they never really change. And that's the payoff. You now hold the thing most people never get: data, model, predictions, feedback. That's the loop. Weights are the numbers it tunes, layers stack on top of each other, activations create certain bends, and every model, from a line on a graph to GPT-4, it's that same idea, just at a different scale. You can carry that picture with you. Every topic about AI that scares people, gradient descent, CNNs, transformers, agents, it's just different corner of this entire tapestry. So here's one next step that you could do. Pick any AI term you've heard and that you might not understand. Now try to replace it or try to place it in this loop. Is it about the data? Is it the model structure? How does it get the feedback? You'll be surprised at how often it fits into this particular loop. And that's it for today's video. In the next video, we'll take the first real building blocks, which is linear algebra for machine learning. And you'll see exactly why vectors and matrices show up in every single model. Okay. If you want to understand AI deeply enough to actually build it, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. God bless.